We have to do the news now.
Yes.
We've had a lot of fun today, that's true. But it's time for news.
Time to
There's
get
some serious stories in the news. Let's hope you eliminate all those and go to the goofy ones. Let's want to open up with the news, or you want to take a break first? Are you prepared?
Well, I'm ready.
You are ready?
Yeah.
All right, so what's the lead story?
The lead story is a very emotional story. It's about a young
Fred wrote a bit?
No.
Huh. That would get me into tears.
Come on, this is the news, not fantasy.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, I must have been hypnotized. All right.
This is real.
Smell it.
Police officer Gary Dockery.
Oh, Gary Dockery, yeah.
Yes, he has been in a coma for 7 years.
Wow.
And the other day, he woke up and started talking.
And you know what he said? Baba Booey.
No,
Baba Booey.
His family was elated. His sister was sitting by the bed. You know, the family's been doing the thing, you know, where they sit there and they talk, I guess, and they do the whole thing.
Yes.
Nobody ever expected this guy to wake up. All of a sudden, the sister looks up. She sees him. She says he's got a look on his face that I've never seen before. And then she said to him, "I'm your sister." And he said, "Uh-huh." And she said, "You're talking." He says, "Yes, I am." And he just started talking. The first thing he asked for was to see his two sons, who were like 5 and 12, when he went into this coma. And now, you know, one is in his 20s and the other one's older, you know, in his teens. And the two boys walked into the room. He recognized them.
That's an emotional story.
Yeah, and he's really into it. He's talking. And then, of course, the next day comes, he talks a little less.
Oh, no.
The third day comes.
What, you mean like that movie?
He talks a little less. Well, we're hoping it's not like that movie, but the doctors have now told the family that he has pneumonia, and they need to operate or it could kill him. However, you know, it's a double-edged sword. The anesthesia could destroy the little brain function he has left.
Oh, my God. So he was in this coma, and he comes out of the coma.
Mm-hmm.
How did he go into a coma? Was it a police-related? He was shot
by a drunk who made a crank call to 911.
Wow. Oh, man.
And so he's been in a coma for 7 years. He'd only been on the force 3 months. Doesn't even remember joining the police force or the shooting.
Oh, my God. What a weird story.
And now he's going to go into surgery today, and the family's praying, I'm sure, that he'll be able to talk when he comes out of it.
Yeah, they got to do the
they
surgery.
Can save his life, but he might not be awake again.
Got any happy stories?
I just thought that was so poignant and incredible. Very rarely do people who've been in a coma that long ever wake up. They're calling it a medical miracle, and they just don't know how it happened. It just did.
Huh. Come here and hug me.
Oh.
Let's take a break, Robin, and come back and hear more.
Yeah.
I have to think about
you have
life
to absorb that.
and what's going on in our universe.
Well, you have to think about all those times we've said, they shouldn't, they should just take that person off a respirator, or, that person's not really ever going to wake up. You don't know.
Oh, please.
You could always hope.
All right, let's take a break.
There are these miracles that occur.
1 in a billion. Let's take a break. Let's hope he makes a full recovery.
It'll be interesting to find out what happens.
Let's get those girls back in here.
Oh, shut up.
Jesus Christ, I want all 3 of them. I want them hypnotized. I want to do every unethical thing in the world. I want to hypnotize them.
You want to give them all their dream
and make them think they're dogs and naked and running around.
You would be bad being able to hypnotize people because you'd have them doing awful things.
I would use it for evil. I would use it for evil. I know I would.
Right away.
Yep.
You would never do a good thing.
I'd have no ethics. Because even the hypnotist, when that girl Pamela took Fred out into the hall, he ran after. He said, I don't want anything going on.
That's right.
They're all ethical.
Responsible for her while she's in that state, I guess.
Oh, please. Let's take a break and we'll be back.
Your Eagle. We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
My Sharona. Oh, Robin. My Robin. Oh. Does that remind you of My Sharona?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. My Sharona. Oh. I was thinking about this hypnotism. It could really replace drugs. Because think about it. It puts you in, Fred was saying to me during the commercial, how he knows it's real. This girl was having an orgasm when I was hitting that beeper. Mm-hmm. She says,
it was the calm girl, the girl who was like the most conservative.
Yeah.
And you could see it in her chest. She was kind of wearing a shirt. and her belly, and it's like you could see it getting flush.
Like heaving and turning red.
And that happens. That's a physiological change.
Right.
It happens when people are like excited or whatever. You can't fake that.
And I'll tell you
can't
something.
Fake a blush.
Well, a good actress can.
Yeah, well, believe me.
Is that Meryl Streep? Please.
But what's weird is, like, drugs put you in another place and everything. I mean, man, you be hypnotized. That's like virtual reality.
But see, that's exactly what I've always said about drugs. People don't realize their mind can do that anyway.
Yeah.
You don't need an outside substance.
You need that guy, Paul McKenna.
Oh, you could learn to do it yourself.
Yeah. Teach me, baby. Let's you and I go in another room and hypnotize each other.
I told you, I have never had to get high. I can do that all by myself.
You are special. Really. Here's your music. Wait a second. You never needed drugs. You always hypnotized yourself even years ago. You're on the top of your craft. Go ahead, Robin. It's time for news. And you already did the lead story. That was an amazing one.
I have an update on that story. We were all feeling kind of bad thinking about the guy going into surgery.
Yeah.
And maybe losing the few marbles he had left that he just woke up and discovered. Doctors in Chattanooga, Tennessee say Gary Dockery is doing okay.
Oh, no wonder.
After life-saving surgery early today, he had the fluid drained from his lungs. He was suffering from pneumonia.
I didn't realize there was doctors in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Why'd you say so? He would have been out of that coma like after a week. Hey, he looked real bad. Let's put him in the bed there.
Water.
We better drain that water. Like goober.
So it looks like he's going to be okay. We're just talking about what a good TV movie that's going to make.
His doctor, Dr. Wally George, was... No, that's good. That's good to hear.
Yes. Meanwhile, hospital officials say 2 men were critically injured by a runaway train overnight in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Runaway train never going back.
They're both now in fair condition.
Who did that song?
I don't remember.
Me.
The men, one of whom was trapped underneath a grain car.
Grain car?
9 people who were hurt.
Like an alcohol grain?
Hospital officials say 2 others remain hospitalized in stable condition. 5 others were treated and released. The officials say the Burlington North train was going between 40 and 50 miles an hour when its brakes failed. Ooh. It first hit another engine, then derailed into a railroad office building. One witness says the train stopped just a few feet away from a lunchroom, so a lot more people could have been hurt.
Want a train sound effect?
What train is that?
Wait. I'm going to do a runaway train. Wait. All right.
Now, what's that going to be?
That was a train, Robin.
Oh, okay. I understand that OJ Simpson
some train
was reprimanded at the deposition of Kato Kalin.
You better not get under my skin. I'll kill you.
OJ has not taken much of an interest in anybody else's testimony, but he decided to show up in person to see what Kato had to say yesterday.
Wonder what that's all about.
Yeah, interesting. And he was caught muttering things under his breath, including some derogatory remarks about the families bringing the wrongful death suits against him.
Why are they doing this to me? Because he killed 2 people.
So the lawyers for Simpson were told to keep their client quiet. He's not supposed to be sitting there making any kind of sounds or having outbursts while this deposition is being taken.
Why is everyone doing this to me? The jury of all black people found me innocent.
It's interesting to note that I have heard some rumblings that they think O.J. Simpson's lawyers might bail on him. They have an out-of-control client who may not be able to pay his bills.
No, lawyers don't mind out-of-control clients. They just mind clients that don't pay their bills.
Well,
it happens. Let's be honest.
It happens to be both.
Yeah, yeah, right.
But it's really the money that makes all the...
You become out of control when you have no money. Otherwise, you're eccentric.
Let's
make sure lawyers are understood.
Don't give them any redeeming qualities, huh?
He probably thinks he can, like, sort of, like, hypnotize Cato because he's such a blank slate. Like, maybe he can get him to shut up again.
Scare Cato into saying whatever he wants him to say.
Please, OJ, don't hurt me. He's there to remind Cato how nice OJ was by putting him up in the house.
Meanwhile, there are people who are continuing to say there are discrepancies between what Cato Kalin testified to during the trial and what he said to a writer of a book when he was interviewed for him on ABC or WABC television yesterday. Some of those tapes were played. Here are Cato Kalin's remarks about Nicole Simpson and what she had to say about her husband.
She used to say that she shouldn't kill with scissors. He's O.J. Simpson. No one's going to do anything to him. O.J. can get away with murder. He's O.J. Simpson. She said that also.
Cato was scum.
Murder. He's O.J. Simpson.
Thank you for removing him from the list. Thank you, all of Los Angeles, for not listening to the Cato show, so they were forced to remove him. I got to tell you, he's such scum. Look, he had his chance to be a hero. I begged this guy personally to go down to that courthouse.
Well, this is long after his testimony.
Yeah, I want him to go back in and say, look, I could have been more forthcoming. Yeah, it's not that he lied. It's just, here's a guy who had to be removed from Nicole's house because O.J. was jealous. And he was so jealous, he put Cato up at his own house.
For free. For
free, just as long as he wouldn't be around Nicole. And don't tell me Cato didn't see anything. And here he is on this, whatever this is I'm listening to, saying about...
Nicole telling him that O.J. was going to kill her.
So why didn't he say that at the trial? They asked him.
He also said, remember there was a lot of questioning about O.J.'s state of mind the day of the murders?
Look out!
And Cato couldn't tell that O.J. was upset anymore?
Yeah.
Well, on this tape, he seems to think O.J. was upset.
He was upset that she wasn't going to let him see the kids. She was...
When you said, you mean that night or in general?
No, that night.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. This Cato, I don't know what his story is and why he's such a pussy. But I'll tell you something. I don't know why you could bring Mark Furman tapes in. You couldn't bring these tapes in. I don't understand what went on in that trial.
I don't know what there's an awful lot of question as to why the prosecution conducted this trial the way they did when you see this new stuff coming in.
I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing, though. The prosecution, and I don't mean to put them down, they didn't do such a bad job. I'll tell you something. There was enough damaging evidence there to put O.J. away for life. We got to remember that, because people say, well, they're going to bring out new things in this new trial. They just bring out the same things you brought out in the last one and get a sane jury.
Yeah, but obviously this jury needed some emotional help.
Yes, they sure did. They needed to hear a soap opera. They needed to hear Cato say the guy was threatening
Otherwise, they put their own spin on it.
Right. And this guy, Cato, could have helped the case. And that's why I was pissed off at him. Anyway, that's why I won't sit and have him at the parties, like Charlie Sheen.
And
Not
Larry
that I have
King.
a party. And Larry King. Larry King's inviting Cato to his wedding, or whatever it was.
The wedding was never was going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, Larry King is maybe the most despicable guy on the planet. The way his personal life is conducted and just Cato Kalin and his...
Well, that's why he can understand a guy like Cato.
Right. Flock together. If I ever kill anyone, I'm going to do it in front of Larry King. Bond.
We have one less presidential hopeful at this point. The Iowa caucuses have slimmed the number of candidates by at least one. Phil Graham yesterday announcing that he's dropping out of the race.
What a waste of $20 million. Could have made a sequel to my movie.
It was a privilege to run. It is a great testament to our country.
That accent equals no votes.
That someone neither of whose parents graduated from high school could run for president of the United States.
Here's a good resume.
Hey, it's not much better than ours.
All right. My dad did graduate high school, and so did my mom.
Well, neither one of my parents did.
Well, you're unusual. You're a genetic freak.
Me and Phil Graham.
Right.
I don't know about Nudie Gingrich either. I don't know what his parents did.
He's risen above it.
So anyway, Phil Graham out of the race. Everybody was wondering where he was going to throw his support. I think he's taking a sort of wait-and-see attitude. But Pat Buchanan and Bob Dole are now statistically, according to the polls, in a dead heat as far as the New Hampshire primary is concerned. Bob Dole saying yesterday that he thought whoever won the New Hampshire primary was probably going to be the nominee of the Republican Party. So right now it looks like they're dead even. It's a horse race. Yesterday I brought this story up in a sort of minor way, but I suppose we have to get into it because the facts are that a judge set bail of $2,000 for a man who had been beating and threatening a woman for a long period of time. And shortly after that bail was set, the man killed the woman he had been abusing.
And the judge's behavior was less than admirable in the courtroom. He was like just kind of...
He was sort of... the woman was standing there all bruised.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I see your bruises, but, you know, it's not...
Yeah, you're breathing, aren't you? Yeah, it's no big deal. You're breathing.
There's a dog out there whose owner is... he's, you know, been locked up for a couple of days. The dog's suffering.
Yeah.
I want that dog back in custody.
That's what he said, right?
Yeah, he wanted that guy to go out and find his dog, get the dog taken care of. And so now this woman is dead. Here is Galina Komar's mother at her funeral.
Yeah, and she had a little daughter, 5 years old. It's real sad. You see the pictures in the paper. You know, mom is dead and she doesn't know it.
He's not good, George. The killer killed my daughter because of him.
Sounds like Fred's mother.
I don't know that they're related. Fred's behind you. You better watch it.
Whoa. Whoa. Sorry, Fred. I was just making a joke.
Oh, boy. And here's Mayor Rudy Giuliani, who attended the funeral. He's calling for the ouster of the judge, whose term runs past the year 2000 because he was appointed by Dinkins. So
Dinkins, another fine mess. Dinkins, the great judge of men.
You find the dog, says the judge. I want the arrangements made to get this dog back in his custody. And I want to find out what happened with the $2,000. That's the bail that was set.
So this judge has a lot to answer for. Nobody's gotten any word out of him yet except for him to say, you know, I didn't have to set any bail at all.
Does the judge have a daughter or anything? Like, so that, you know, he can relate? Or does he have a mother? I mean, you know, does he hate
Whatever
women?
he has, obviously he couldn't relate to this woman the other day.
Yeah. What? No statement from the judge. They can't...
Like I said, all he said was, I did set the bail at $2,000.
Right.
Didn't have to be any bail.
But how come sometimes whenever something happens to me, the reporters have no problem finding me? The judge they can't find. Yeah, I'm right there. They know how to find me, all right.
Yeah, because this is real serious stuff here.
Right.
You're a jokester.
I'm a jokester.
They can always find you.
I'm a humpster.
And they can ask you the tough questions.
I humped a hump.
Seems to be the way it is.
Do the Humpty Hump.
Here's another one of these stories. Police have arrested the parents of an 11-year-old Brooklyn boy found with multiple deep cuts, burns on his feet, and an untreated broken wrist. Now, how did all this happen?
What happened to my cat?
The boy told police he's been beaten by his father for as long as he can remember.
Wow.
Two of his playmates rescued him and took him to a place to hide on Tuesday night. And a woman who was not identified called 911.
You do these abuse stories a lot.
Jesus.
I
just can't believe... You know, the reason I do them is because no matter how many abuse stories you do, there's still a child out there being abused.
Yeah, well... Bumming everyone out.
Oh, please. Well, you're just going to have to deal with it.
All right. I can deal with it a lot better if Gorilla would get my potatoes in here.
You don't have your food.
I like to eat during the abuse stories.
We still don't know for sure what the settlement agreement is in the Joan Collins case.
Yeah.
I have seen reports that she gets to keep the 1.3, but I've also seen reports that say that Random House has to still pay her more money.
Yeah. Well, they have to pay her for at least one of the books.
So they're thinking that's a 50-50 split and that they owe her $2 million, so they owe her hundreds of thousands of dollars?
See, that's my problem with this verdict. I mean, Random House made a deal to pay her $4 million. Random House loves this. They got out of paying $2 million.
They basically won.
Of course
they don't have to give her the whole $4 million.
Of course.
Yeah, you think they either have
I don't know why people are cheering this.
They either had a deal or they didn't.
They either had a deal or didn't. The jury should have said, you have a deal. You don't. That's why I came back the other day and I said, I don't know why everyone's cheering. She should have gotten all $4 million.
You can't have a little bit of a contract.
Yeah, I mean, she really deserved it. She made a legal binding contract that said, I can hand in these 2 books and you guys will accept it. They clearly made this deal when she was a lot hotter, and they wanted to renege on the deal.
Well,
but that's why companies go and take people to court.
That's why they do take them to court. What's interesting to me is that the company has to pay for the book, the one book that they say she completed. They do have the right to publish it. Everyone doubts if they ever will.
Right.
But now, wouldn't you like to see Joan Collins' book?
Personally, no. It's not about...
I'm just saying, just in general, there's a curiosity factor here now about this novel.
Personally, I'll tell you one thing. It's sickening. And listen, I'm no Joan Collins fan. I'm talking about working people who sat on that jury want to see a big company get away with reneging on a contract, which they did, and they still have.
I never understand how these lawyers actually present it to the jury.
I'll tell you how. They confuse everything.
Yeah.
They start to make the celebrities look like they're money grubbing. Why should they get all this money? And they confuse the issue. The issue was, is there a contract or not?
There's an attorney for Joan Collins, too. Is he presented clear enough for the jury to figure it out?
I don't know. But, juries are strange. It's just like I'm suing Evergreen Media. They're trying to throw in, well, he's in trouble with the FCC. The facts are they signed a contract while I was in trouble with the FCC. It has nothing to do with it. They signed a contract. They don't want to pay me the money.
Right.
So now they're getting documents. They're going to try and confuse the jury. It's all a smoke. Either you have an agreement or you don't. Did I violate any contract agreements? No. That's it. It's over.
Can I ask you a question?
Pay.
Did they ever bring to the courtroom the lawyers that drew up the contract originally?
I'm sure they think of everything, but the juries sometimes get caught up in like we did at the OJ trial.
In the final argument, in the summation.
Right.
It should be made the Howard gave the best summation just now. There was a contract.
That's
Here's the deal. They said they had to pay regardless. They don't have an out.
Right.
End of story.
Right.
They owe her all the money.
But these other lawyers will confuse. I'm telling you, you should see what this Evergreen Media does. They send they're depositioning everyone. They're asking for documents.
Yeah,
none of it has to do with anything.
Too much information.
Yeah, it's just they're smothering. So the jury finally goes, I don't know.
Information must.
Judge goes, why don't you guys settle? He goes, why don't you guys settle? And it's like, why should I have to settle?
Why are you sitting there?
Well, yeah. What's going on? What do you mean settle? I got a contract with these guys. They're trying to just weasel out of it. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm telling you, this is what goes on. It's sickening. Joan Collins really should have just collected on the contract. And I'm telling you, this is not a great decision. But anyway, go ahead, Robin.
The Attorney General's office in New Haven is filing a legal brief supporting a 19-year-old Trumbull High School student's bid to be allowed to compete on the school swim team. David Denon is mentally retarded, and the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Association ruled last fall that he's too old to swim with his high school swim team. But he's at the same mental age. Or a little lower, probably.
Sorry. And what did the judge say, that he can't swim with them?
Well, there was a ruling by the state commission, the Interscholastic Athletic Commission, that he was too old to swim with these high schoolers.
Look, you can't have...
But the Attorney General is taking his side. I guess they're going to court.
Attorney General is wrong.
Why?
You have to go by the physical age. You can't have it both ways. Retarded individuals are saying, hey, when we turn 18... we are legal adults. We want to be able to procreate. We want to be able to blah, blah, blah. We want to be able to vote. We want to be able to do whatever we want to do. At the same point, you then can't claim that you have a mental age.
He's only 19.
No, he's 19 years old. That means he's 19. You can't claim to be
in high school.
No, the judge is right. You got to either be one age or the other. You're going to be your mental age or you're going to be your regular age. You want to be discriminated against? So then when he goes for something that he wants, the job someone will say, you're a 5-year-old. You can't do it. No, I'm not a 5-year-old. I'm a 19-year-old. I want to go for a drink. You're a 5-year-old. No, I'm a 19-year-old. But I thought you just said you're a 5-year-old so you could swim with everybody. No. I'm a 19-year-old. I'm a 5-year-old. I'm a 19-year-old. You can't play it both ways.
Oh, yeah.
You want to drink or you want to swim?
Wait a minute. Let me say something here.
No brainer.
This guy, it took him this long to get to high school.
Right.
He happens to be a good swimmer, wants to swim.
You know what, Robin?
Wants to compete with the other
There were tons of places to go swim. He don't want to compete
but
nowhere.
He wants to compete on his... Just imagine what this will mean to this young man.
Does he want to drink?
No, he doesn't want to.
How do you know he doesn't? Does he want to have sex?
He wants to swim, Howard. Don't clog up the issue.
No, listen, you got to decide. Is a person 19 or is he fine? Listen, Fred operates on the level of a 12-year-old, but he's an adult.
When did you get out of high school?
He can compete.
When did I get...
You were left back a year.
Yeah, so?
You would have been a senior at 19.
That's right.
And if you had wanted to or could have, you could have been on the swimming team.
No, I couldn't.
The reason this young man is being penalized is because he's mentally retarded.
Of course.
You know it.
You're going to sit there and swim with him? Oh, come on.
When you left back, I don't think you can compete in high school.
You can't. You're off the bus. Yeah, you can't.
That's not
You're
true.
too old already.
Let's say you weren't left back in high school. You were left back in junior high. Now you're doing okay with your grades.
Too old.
You can play in high school.
There was guys in Roosevelt High School, I swear to you, I was 15, they were 30. They were still students.
Too old to be
They were men. They had beards. I'm not going to swim with these guys. All right, anyway, go ahead.
This is a 19-year-old. It's a completely different thing.
I am sorry.
Well, I told you how I ruled. You asked me, and I gave you my opinion.
Right,
Go ahead.
Hopping. The networks have decided to police themselves. You know how the government has been coming down on them, saying they're going to impose a rating system. They want a V-chip. They want to clean up broadcasting. Well, the 4 broadcast networks are trying to establish their own system for rating their programs for sex and violence.
Tell you what, can I do that for this show? Can I police myself? Isn't that the greatest ploy? We're going to police ourselves.
We'll be good.
In meetings this week in New York and Los Angeles, ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox reportedly have been discussing the creation of a rating system similar to the Motion Picture Association of America's Code for Movies.
So then why can't I put a rating on this show? Oh, well, what is the double standard again? All right, this show's rated X. Everybody happy?
Their own system could preempt any government efforts to impose ratings.
Probably a bunch of hookers at the meeting.
So now look for TV stations to start rating their programs.
Hypocrisy.
Police.
Guy who got upset with his, is this a wife or a girlfriend?
Probably a wife.
He got back at her by putting her picture on the internet.
I saw that. Fix it.
Yes, an ex-boyfriend.
That must be crazy. He took some nude pictures of her and put them on the internet?
Well, the one I see in the paper is her in a bikini, but...
she don't look too bad either.
I know.
Nothing to be embarrassed about.
But they did have nude pictures of her in the page that he put on the internet, too. She says she feels violated. It's worse than being stalked. His ex-boyfriend, who's 41 years old, is a computer whiz. And he posted these racy shots of her on the internet, I guess, to let her know he was upset about her leaving him or dumping him. It included her name and address and an invitation for lonely computer geeks to write to her about their fantasies. So now she's been getting all this mail. She says she's just an innocent victim in the whole thing, and she feels very violated. But this is another one. What do you do about this? This is not against the law at this point?
That?
Is it?
Yes, of course it is.
How so?
The same way I can't distribute I can't go down the street and hand out my wife's nude pictures.
No. They're your pictures. If you take the picture, it belongs to you.
Oh, really? So then there you go. Somebody's going to legislate. More nude pictures then, I say. Fine. Let's take a break, Robin. And
you're terrible.
Come back and wrap things up because I'm already kicked out of Hollywood. I was supposed to be there at 10 o'clock.
Uh-oh.
All right. Let's do your break there, Fred.
The Eagle. You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
Anyway, Robin, you were doing the news, and
yes, let's quickly run through a few things.
God
Yesterday
bless.
I told you a story about Paul McCartney being the victim of, or the hoped victim of a hit. Now he says that the story that ran in a London tabloid the other day is untrue. There is no underworld contract out for him. His version, he was talking or walking down a street where 2 men were plotting to rob a store at gunpoint. One asked him for his autograph before staging the robbery.
Right.
Somehow the story snowballed into this hit attempt. So it's like telephone. It was just...
Got out of hand.
Got out of control. The artist formerly known as Prince has gotten married to his belly dancer, songwriting girlfriend, Mayte Garcia.
She's hot. You see a picture of her?
Yes, yeah. I've seen her before.
Police.
Wonder why her, though. Like, I mean, he has an endless parade of women. Why?
You know, it's whoever is there when you get tired.
Yeah. You start feeling old.
Works. You don't take these things personally, girls.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with you. It was just he still had a lot of energy then.
Yeah, maybe he's like around 40 now, and he figures he'll marry like a 19-year-old. She can take care of him until he's like 60 or 70.
Oh, well, it's just like, I'm tired of running. I'm tired of meeting a new girl, going through the whole rap. Let me just stay with this one for a while.
A lot of these Spanish chicks like to do the butt. They like the butt. They like to do stuff with the butt.
I don't have any
It's true.
thought at all that this is going to last.
You don't?
He'll just have to take a rest for a while. He'll have 5 years with him, and then he'll be off again.
Wonder what she's doing that the others didn't.
They didn't do anything different. Everybody always thinks it's something about that girl. The guy's just tired.
Guy was ready.
Actor LeVar Burton and his wife say that they are being stalked by a vindictive and irrational nanny. They fired the nanny last month, and now they can't get away from her. They got a restraining order so that this woman, Brooke Bacon, has to stay at least 250 feet away from them and their 18-month-old daughter.
Bacon.
They charge that the ex-nanny has lurked in their neighborhood, bombarded the family with threatening phone calls, and even sneaked into their home while LeVar Burton was outside playing with the baby.
LeVar Burton has a black wife.
Yes, he does. Why is that?
Just thought I'd point that out.
Oh, you.
Guy does well, marries someone from his own race.
Quite frankly, it doesn't happen all that often that black men wind up marrying white women. You just think it does.
Just thought I'd point it out. Good man.
There's nothing wrong with the men who marry white women.
Sidney Poitier.
What about him? He's a nice guy.
Nice guy. Could have done something for some of the black women.
He was married to a black woman.
And where is she now?
I'm sure she's doing just fine.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to stay with her forever. Not everybody stays with their first wife forever, do
Quincy
they?
Jones.
What about Quincy Jones? I think he had a black wife, too, for a minute.
Yeah. Johnny Cochran.
He's got a black wife.
Sure does.
Had a couple of them.
Among others.
60 Minutes is sprucing itself up, they say, for the fall competition. Dateline is going to start, the NBC program is going to start broadcasting a Sunday edition in the fall.
Oh, great.
So 60 Minutes to get ready has hired some new correspondents.
They should cut it to 20 minutes.
Columnist Molly Ivins, P.J. O'Rourke, and Stanley Crouch will become rotating commentators on 60 Minutes.
Stanley Crouch, a very intelligent man. He interviewed me once.
Really? Where did that show up?
It didn't show up. He was too intelligent. Actually. He was too smart for the magazine.
Oh, goodness.
Way to go, Stanley.
So
he calls black people Negroes. Do you know that? He's a black man who calls Negroes Negroes. You know, black people Negroes. It's his thing.
Black people have undergone so many name changes, I think you can call them anything.
According to Stanley, everyone's a Negro. Can I tell you? This is the guy's thing.
It's whatever you're into.
It sets them apart. It's like Mother Teresa kissing feet.
I don't use the term African American. I think
don't?
it's stupid. What do you call an African who comes here and gets naturalized?
A freeloader. Can't come here and live off this country.
You're so crazy.
All right, good. Robin.
I can't talk.
Well, I got to go to Hollywood meeting.
Just trying to get ready for the competition in the fall. They say these Crouch and O'Rourke will sort of alternate weeks while Ivins will appear weekly, and it'll be sort of a point-counterpoint segment they'll have.
Looking forward to it.
And there's lots of rumors swirling around that that Wayne Gretzky
and P.J. O'Rourke
is going to come to the Rangers.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, that seems to have everybody abuzz. Gretzky's been playing for Los Angeles for a couple of years. They say, he's getting older, but he can still play, and it'll be a good catch for any team. And I guess the Rangers are attempting to get him. Talks are underway, but nobody knows really what's going on.
Whoa, that affects me not the least.
Boxing, everybody's been mistaken on their heads by this Tommy Morrison deal. He's going to do a press conference today and appear on Larry King tonight to talk about his condition and what he plans for his future.
How'd you get that from abroad?
Large boxing, the states with, a lot of interest in boxing are now considering what they've been doing. I told you, only of the big ones, only Nevada did testing. Now New York and New Jersey are saying they're going to start testing. They asked the officials of the New York Boxing Commission why they had waited so long, and the head of the commission is boxer Floyd Patterson.
What did he say?
Patterson said he had only just heard of the disease.
Is it okay to...
It's absolutely true. He just heard about AIDS.
Amazing. Well, he's a boxer. Let me ask you something. And I don't mean this facetiously. Is it safe to watch the interview? Or can you catch AIDS through the TV?
You are not serious.
I was.
You cannot
very strong virus.
Get AIDS from the television just because somebody on it.
Let's ask what Floyd Patterson... Here's what Floyd Patterson has to say.
All
right, thank you.
No, he's being very apologetic. He says, I know it's absolutely ridiculous, but I hadn't heard about it.
Never heard of the disease?
I am sorry.
Come on. A lot of punches to the head.
You sometimes say, why do you do those stories over and over again? You see, you still miss people.
You're absolutely right. All right.
That's what's happening.
Thanks, Robin. Robin will be in a TV movie of the week, but that's coming up in a while. We're going to fill you in on that when it gets closer.
For Deadly Web.
Paul McKenna, World's Funniest Hypnotist, airs Monday night on ABC at 9 o'clock Eastern, and also Paul will be appearing at Planet Hollywood today at 1:30. Try and get over and see him. He's great. Jackie Penance, Joke Page Martling, get the hysterical 2-hour video of his wild game Stump the Joke Man, only $15 plus $4 shipping and handling. Jokeland special, buy 2, get 1 free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Friday night, February 23rd at the new Catch a Rising Star, formerly the Funny Bone on South Street in Philadelphia. It's Jackie. For Jokeland's web address and Sergeant Pecker info, call 516-9221. Tonight, don't miss Fred's Band King Nars at the Orange Bear in Manhattan, and Saturday at J. Mallory's in Gloucester, New Jersey, Closter, whatever. Join Scott the Engineer this Saturday for dinner and dancing at Gianni? I don't know. In Sayreville, New Jersey. Who's going to join him for dinner? Gianni's. And we'll see you, blah, blah, blah.
Pure